All right, welcome to the course wrap-up, Module 6 for the Dynamic Small Business Search course. I'm really happy that you've been able to make it all the way through, and I'm excited about what we got done and some of the next steps that you're about to go through. So my first question for you is, did you really update your DSBS checklist? And I'm hoping every one of you says yes. Yes is the answer to this question. As you went through each one of the modules and each lesson in the module, you used the DSBS checklist to write down any changes that needed to be made into sam.gov or your DSBS profile. And so we'll take that list, and the next step we're going to do is open up sam.gov. So open up a browser. You know what to do. You've already gone through SAM multiple times. This is not something you need somebody else to do. It's a really great wizard that walks us through each one of the pages in there. So open up sam.gov, have a checklist next to you, and start going through. If there's anything that needs to be changed with Dun & Bradstreet, make sure you do that before you get started. But then as you start coming through, update that website, the contact information, the keywords, the NAICS, the capabilities narrative, all that stuff we did in the DSBS checklist. Do that as you go through each page. It really will not take long at all. You want to make sure you steadily do that, because sometimes SAM kind of errors out and makes you log in again. That's no big deal. You just keep moving forward. Each time you hit next or save, it takes care of that data that you've already entered in. So you just pick up from that point on. Because you wrote it all down on DSBS checklist that we created, your updates into SAM will be very quick and very easy. So the last thing I want to make sure you understand is there's people out there who talk about GLS, and I used to talk about it as well. It's the general login system where you can reach supplemental pages for SAM. And while it is good, I just find it has problems. And I think all of us find problems depending on which area, because SAM is managed by one federal group and DSBS is managed by another federal group. The communication back and forth is pretty tough. I've talked to people in the Navy where they use their tool and it's supposed to link in. So these tools sometimes have issues. It's not that big of a deal. But that's why I recommend this last bullet, that during this process when you're going to update the supplemental information or the DSBS information, do so from within sam.gov. You're going to just go page after page after page. And one of the very last pages, you'll see at the bottom of the page, it says, click here to update DSBS or your SBA profile. And when you go in there, you'll be able to put that additional information. For example, like the e-commerce website that I tell you that should be procurement. So that's where you'll do it from. It'll open a new tab for you. And when that's done, you can just close it, close that tab, return to the SAM tab, which is still open, and SAM has saved. And you just hit submit, and it moves it forward. That makes it good to go. It usually takes somewhere between, you got to like this. This is like a delivery to your house. It takes somewhere between an hour and let's say 24 hours to get an update pushed through SAM to DSBS, so you're looking at it on your DSBS profile. Don't start worrying until you get past that mark. I would ask you that as soon as you hit submit, right in the bottom of this module, this lesson, go ahead and write in a comment that, hey, I just submitted my information. I'm really excited about it. So we can be excited with you, and we'll be tracking that update. And maybe we can do a follow-on analysis just to make sure anything that we would suggest you fill out gets done. So let's talk about what's next. You just finished updating sam.gov. That's the last activity you're doing. As you move forward, we want you to set calendar alerts. If you don't know how to do that, work with us, right? But set a calendar alert so you're reminded every 4 to 6 months to come back into your DSBS profile in sam.gov and update it. You want to make sure if there's any keywords that need to change, that you update that if you've discovered a NAICS you hadn't thought about. But most importantly, you want to update that bottom section, which is the past performance. And another reason we say set the calendar alert is because it only takes, I don't know, let's say 15 minutes total for you to click, 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 click all the way through. And what you do is you reset that date. And so when a possible buyer is looking at your profile, they see that it's been updated within the last 6 months. You're always keeping it relevant. The government buyer, that's one more way that maybe subconsciously they're looking at it going, hey, this company is up to date. They've been around a while, but they update their profile often. So set that calendar alert to remind you. Now, you've heard me talk about this throughout the course. You've heard me talk about it in other places. contact your local PTAC today. Get a session with them, meet them. These people are dedicated to your success. The counselors that are there, the program managers. So contact your local PTAC, set up a session, and this is not a one and done thing. You want to build a relationship with them, because even though you've got a subscription with us and we'll help you at a certain level, they're right there local to you, and they want to help you win more business, and they have certain free or low-cost counseling options for you. So get in there, find out what they offer, find out especially what they offer for free, and just take full advantage of it. They're very happy to help you, so contact them. Next thing is, as you move forward in any of your social media activity, go ahead and give a hashtag out to me. Hashtag Team Neil, that's for the people who are in the team with me that are supporting you. We're the ones answering the emails, the questions, putting together the video content, etc. It's part of the subscription. Any question you have, you can bring that question to us. We're not your employee, right? But we're here to answer as many questions as possible for you. And it's not just about you, right? This subscription costs nothing. It really is as close as you can get to zero without being zero, right? It's that whole less than a cup of coffee a day. But the point is, when you ask a question, we're able to turn it into a blog or a video that now helps thousands of other small businesses. So please, as you're working, reach out to hashtag Team Neil on LinkedIn or Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We don't care how you reach out to us, but give us a shout out there or submit the question through the website. That goes into that fourth bullet about make sure you use your subscription fully. We provide a lot of content, additional training, and I'll talk about that in a minute, but there's multiple courses. We're going to constantly keep dropping courses so that for the one subscription price, you get access to all that content, plus you get access to us, and we try to help you as much as we can moving forward. So keep in mind, when I talk about courses, they're going to be progressive. I want you to go through this process, not randomly bounce around. You need to do your sam.gov /DSBS course. That's what you just did. The next thing is your capability statement. You need to take a look at that and make it look the way the government buyer wants you to look, wants it to see it. And really, if you're familiar with the Z format, that's how they talk about it. They read left to right and then down to the bottom left again and then over to the right. You can find our whole blogs and videos on this. Plus, there's a training course on it. We tell you how to take all the effort you put into the DSBS course and the information you put into your profile and how to move that over into the capability statement, and then also how to get it reviewed and edited by the federal government. They will sit there and give you feedback, so it's awesome. Make sure you take that course next. And the last thing I want you to remember, and I say this everywhere out there, the government really does want to buy what you're selling. Everybody sells something, and the government buys that. I'm always amazed at what they sell, but if you're watching my videos and these courses, that means you already know this. Somebody already convinced you that being a government contractor selling to the federal government products or services is a great idea. And I'm here to tell you that they absolutely want to buy what you're selling, and what you need to do is to make yourself visible so they know where you're at, what you sell, and when they want to buy that, they come and get you. That's the course. I'm excited you went through it. I'll leave you with this one last thought. Remember, you're only one contract away. Go make it happen.